Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, not been back for a while. Just been busy with school and stuff. But I've got the next couple of days off, which is great. Great time for the new Hall of Heroes, which is the Fire Brownie magician Draco. Great support monster. I'm close to 6 star in mine soon. So first of all, I'm going to be doing a review on it, what runes to use on it. Then I'm going to be going through some of the Hall of Heroes stages and trying to help some of the newer guys out. So first skill, run. Bounce towards the enemy attacks and get another turn with a 30% chance. So basically, a built-in violent proc. So that's a nice skill. So instantly you'd think something that this is quite a good monster on just its default attack. Second one, fly attacks all enemies with a giant orb, decreasing their defense for 1 turn. This attack lands a crushing hit regardless of the enemy's attribute. So similar to what Theomars has, his passive, where he gains element advantage. Not as good. But it means that the defense breaks on a land more often, even on a water monster, which is its opposite advantage. And Whistle, which is like what he's used for. Whistle recovers 30% of the attack gauge of allies and gives immunity for 2 turns, which I believe, and with a reusable in 5 turns. But I believe that once it's skilled up in like the last skill, it's 3 or 4 turns, which is pretty good. And a good leader skill, HP everywhere, so dungeons, arena, guild wars, anywhere. So that's really good. So these 3 skills are unique, apart from immunity. But I mean AOE, both of violent proc, AOE defense break and immunity. That's pretty good in it. So yeah, I would pretty much recommend like violent. No, despair, because he's already got violent in his first skill. So despair. I've gone despair energy just for now, so I can get his hit points up more. But then you'd go something like nemesis, despair nemesis, or despair revenge. I don't know if that counter would work like that. But anyway, that's what I've done. I haven't upgraded some of his runes yet on it, but I've just gone and speed HP. But like most of my runes like have been hardly upgraded. So we're gonna get straight into the heroic dungeons. I'm gonna go straight into B1. For even the lower players, they should be able to do it. So I'm just gonna bring full on nuking team. So that, and I'll bring. I don't really need a healer, so I'll just bring that for the extra speed buff so they get them done as quickly as possible. So B1, I don't really need to talk through it too much, to be honest. All I really need to do, I really only need to talk about B2. So just buff speed, basically just buff everything. Yeah. So I can just storm through B1. This is the first Hall of Heroes actually where I'll just auto it. This is actually the first Hall of Heroes I've been able to actually like auto 100% farm B2. But the crashes have been very strong on this Hall of Heroes. I've crashed at least, and it's always at the end as well, which is really annoying because my B1 runs on auto. It's pretty slow. It's like 5.5 minutes, 6 minutes. So that is pretty annoying. I'm not claiming to be amazing in this game because I know I'm really not. And there's loads of stuff for me how to progress, but I just got really lucky. At the moment with my pulls, okay, I've got a piece. Yay! I'm gonna try and farm 5 to 5-star them to 6-star my brownie. So I'm doing well. Yeah, don't buy this. This is like, even for the crystals, like 750, it's still not worth it. Just buy double XP booster and level them, it's just as good. So yeah, and going on to B2, this is my team for it. So attack speed buff, just soon, Bellas a double heal, Veramos because of the Orions and their the harmless prank, which puts random bad negative effects on them, don't we call it, and debuffs, and Shannon to slow the enemies down, because I think on the second stage it was Hua and Orion. That's like the only one that I sometimes struggle on, so that puts the slow on the Huas because they're pretty fast. Well, I'll get to that later on when we get to that stage. The first stage, I don't have much trouble with. This you can just skip forward if you want to just see the outcome, or you can just end the video now. I've just told you, but B2 does take quite a while for me, so you can just end the video now because after this run I'm just going to be finishing up. See, doesn't really take much to be honest. Freezing, CCing. To be honest, this isn't a very strong. Compared to some of the other ones like the Bomber, the Tourist, Hall Heroes, this isn't too hard to be honest. I mean, I'm probably just saying that because it's the first time I've been able to auto B2, but it feels like even B1 I can auto in about 30 seconds, and they're fairly squishy, and the Brownies don't do much damage, it's just their buffs because they're obviously support monsters. So I think that especially the Bomber dungeon I found extremely difficult, especially on the 5th stage with the light brown bombers. Yeah, I was vicious. When I tried to auto it on B2, I was fine up until then, but I just got completely wrecked. So this is the stage where you want to bring some sort of cleanser, immunity. Konamiya is great for this because majority of the floors he's got element advantage. And also he's going to get rid of the debuffs that the Orions put on. Harmless Prank, he put on the recovery debuff on Bella, slowness and defense break. And they can stun as well, which is really annoying. This sort of team, it's not a nuking sort of team. I could go nuke if I wanted to, but that's not 100%, that's more. I've tried out like all the different combinations and that's like 60% auto, but it finished up in about 40 seconds, so that's my team for that was Tyron, Tesha, Sig, Bretta and Jasoon. But that was pretty it wasn't as successful as this, and I've got all the time in the world to do this. When this is out I've got time off, so that's kind of lucky I guess, whereas most of the Hall Heroes they've been like during like school time, so I've missed out on quite a lot of time. It doesn't matter who you go for on this stage, you're gonna have to take them out anyway. This stage I don't have too much problem with. It's the second stage and the second to last stage, but I'll talk about that like I said closer to the time. This stage there's not much damage apart from when he stuns the two Wuchis or whatever, the terrorists like that. That's what used to take out my Tesha on my nuking team. That's why if they died there it's basically GG, otherwise it wasn't as bad. The terrorists on the left and the right don't cause as much of a problem. They're just like AoE, like they just don't worry about them, they don't do much, just leave them till last, take out the Poseidon or whatever they're called. This stage, I've got a friend who's got a Corona, and honestly, I'm deviating, but they can do some serious, like, not damage, but they're great for TOA. One of them, they've got OK runes on them, and the debuffs, I've got pictures of Corona putting some of the enemies to sleep for 5 and 6 turns on TOA, so it's great if you bring, say, Corona and loads of single target nukes and stuff like Orang, Tesha, Sophia, lots of Shmite, Hua, which he has. It can be like a great combination, especially in TOA. Yeah, also, some of these Brownies on their first skill, their procs, no way are they 30%. That's like the only reason how I die. Sometimes is where they proc and proc and proc, which is just RNGesus for you. But honestly, they don't do anything, like, there's no way they're 30% chance. It's more like 40-50% to be honest. So this one, this isn't too hard. The only bit that does struggle, I do struggle a bit, it's not the Kung Fu girls, but Gemini, I think that's what they're called. The light Brownie magicians. If one of them does, yeah, that's basically what I was just about to say. If one of them does AoE defense break at the beginning on my Veramos, because they'll obviously attack him because of element advantage, and then they proc and proc and proc and proc and proc, then he's gonna die. But to be honest, at this stage, it's basically GG. I've never died. Like, actually, all of my monsters died at this stage, or the very last stage, because the very last stage, to be honest, doesn't prove there's no damage there at all. So the only problem is though is that it's Draco and Orion, which is the one who does the harmless prank. So I kind of wanted that immunity to stay, but honestly, like, to be honest, there's not much. There's not much damage that the Brownies can do. Just finishing off these last guys. In attacking order, for majority of them, I tend to take out on stages 1, 2, 4, 5. I tend to take out the Brownies first, and then like the mini dudes, whatever you want to call them. I take out the mini dudes after that, just because, like, some of them, when they proc, like, that's what basically destroys my team. And I'm gonna like DC, aren't I? I'm gonna like disconnect from the server, and it's gonna be really frustrating because B2 takes forever for me. I'm gonna try and upgrade a few runes. Like, I've upgraded Tyrants from +9 to +12. It doesn't seem to have done too much. Honestly, it cost me 300k to upgrade a 6-star rune from +9 to +12. It's like they need to. Oh, I don't know what they've got to do about the rune upgrading. Like here, Veramos would be great for clearing away the defense break and the defense break, whatever it was, and the recovery debuff on Shannon. But like I said, there's no damage at all, even with defense break on, that these Dracos, Brownies can do. Regardless of the amount of pieces you can get, I think we all know, but B1 is a 50-50 chance to get a 4k mana or one piece. That's why what kind of put me off Hall of Heroes at the beginning. I've only ever farmed 3. That's what's really put me off B1. B2, it's always 1. There's like a 40% chance for 2 and quite a low chance for 3, and you can get some person, I'm pretty sure they're trolling, someone said they got 5 pieces from B3. I'm not sure about that, but if they can, then GG to them. But I've only ever farmed 3 Hall Heroes, this one, the Radas, the Light Sylph, and the Dias. But to be honest, I fodded the Dias away thinking he was going to be better than Darion, but nah, Darion is better. So we're just finishing up this last Brownie. Yeah, like you said, you can just skip forward. This is pretty dead, to be honest. This Draco's going to be dead. Oh, look at the violent procs. That would never do. My Draco's never done that many. Like, the most he's done is 4. So how many pieces am I going to get? I'm going to get 3, aren't I? Oh, crap. Alright, 1. So anyway, that was the Hall of Heroes Dias dungeon. Dias, I was just talking about it. About the Draco Hall of Heroes. So I hope this was informative, and I hope to upload some more videos about it soon.